Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. We're here today with day 25 of Dephemerember, and this is Friendship Bracelet. So funny enough, I actually got a whole entire bag of these bracelets that to me are very much like friendship bracelets from a thrift store quite some time ago, and I thought I would grab a few of them out of the bag, and they're really, really cute. They have they're leather and they're braided, and I guess they're braided. One, two, I think there's only 2 strands there, which is interesting because it really looks like a braid. And then I guess they are braided because the third is the string of beads. So that's how they're made. 2 pieces of leather and a string of beads braided. And it is on a thin, it's not filament, is it cotton? Yeah, it's probably a cotton floss, a strong floss. And then there's a little hole at the end here for this part to go into to be able to tie it closed, right? So they're pretty cute. I thought they were very adorable. And they fit really sweetly. They're very cute. I have a ton of them. So I thought we would use those as that part of it. Then it came to mind that I have not given out a single freebie yet for Dephemerember. So these dolls I made really recently, actually. I was putting together some dolls for this little advertising thing I was doing about Midsummer's Night Dream, and I thought this would be a fun set of dolls to use for this project. So if you check below, linked below is my Patreon, and I'll be putting up a post for everyone to access to be able to download these. Now these are printed twice. This is printed twice at 50%. So when you print them, you can get them at this size at 50%, or you could print them very big and you could have all 4 of them quite large on your page. So then I got I wanted like a petit fleur kind of paper, so I grabbed this one, and then this is from an experiment that I did jelly printing where I picked up book text, and I liked the color of that, and it's iridescent, so I thought that would all be kind of fun together. So the first thing that I need to do is cut these out, so I will do that and be right back. Alrighty, so these have been cut out, and I am really happy with how cute they are. Now what I want to do is I want to ink around them with some Eye ink in yellows and oranges. We are not going to go with the typical brown kind of ink. I want to add some color. I feel like friendship is bright, and so shall these little friendship dolls be. Okay, so those 2 will go together, and then these 2 will do an orange, and they'll go together. So today is a kind of quiet day for me for a little while. I'm just getting this video done, and then I'm spending the day making Christmas goodies, baking. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm making dark chocolate raspberry brownies, and I am making the Chex Mix that I make every year with like a million things in it. It's like a very busy Chex Mix, and I'm making some very lovely chocolate chip ooey gooey cookies, and yeah, other stuff. So what I want to make in terms of the type of ephemera, I want to make 2 tags today, and I want to have this be the background. So I think first thing is I need to decide on the size of the 2 tags. I'm going to use book page for this. Funny enough, the chapter name of this book is A Chapter for Cannibals. I just realized that. Which, you know, is funny and appropriate for this channel in some way. So there's 1. Get that edge off. And 2. Now, will both of these fit on this paper? I think so. We have to trim a little. No, pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the front of these all nice and glued up with glue stick. And we'll just pop that down on here. And then the same process again. This is just to create a little bit of a thicker piece of paper, because I like tags that have collage on them to have a bit of a thickness to them that's nice in the hand. Not all of my ephemera is thicker. Like I do a lot of paperweight ephemera too, because it's a good way to mix it up and then your journals don't become like enormously fat. So now let's just cut these out again. Save that little scrap. Okay. And I see there's a teeny bit of overhang at the bottom. We need to just trim that little bit of book page off. So now we have these, okay? So I think the next step here is going to be cutting them into tags. So let's do that first. And I'm not backing them yet because I'm going to be stitching on the center of these tags. And I wouldn't want to sew through my backing and then have to add yet another backing. Sometimes I end up doing that anyways, that's because I forget. But, you know, again, it's trying not to make things too thick. Now, what I was thinking for this is I want to fold this in half. Okay. Then, do I have something like maybe... That's a little small. I need a little bit of a shape, like a little bit of a bigger circle, but not necessarily even a circle. Even an oval would work. What will this give me? Oops. So this is my glue holder thing here. Will that will create a cool shape. Okay. Is it all on there? Got paper at the top? Yep, we do. Okay. Pencil. Oh, that one side is extremely messy. Let's just fix it by hand. It's not that challenging if you have, you know, a single artistic bone in your body. You only need one. All right, let's put all this back. Also, why is there so much junk in here? I need to clean this thing out. See, I'm asking you like it's your fault. You did this. Clearly, it wasn't me. I'm obviously a beacon of organized chaos. So now we're going to cut this out. Let's see what's left of this. Is there anything worth keeping as a scrap? It's kind of fun, but I'll say goodbye to it. It's okay. We don't need it. Now, let's cut this in half. So I'm doing this. I sort of have that song in my head that here comes the sun, da 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 da. Yep, because this is going to be kind of like a bit of sunshine here. A bit of interesting sunshine back here. Then we'll get our little matchy-matchy girls here. These two go together. So one will be here and one will be here. Okay. Now these friendship bracelets. What is my whole thought process? This has been an image in my head. I gotta find a way to attach one of these like that on each of these pages. So I'm going to do one at a time. I'll move the dolls out of the way, but I'm going to glue this part down. Because I know there's going to be stitching involved, but this is going to be a little bit interesting and not necessarily incredibly easy. I may even hand stitch, you know? Maybe we hand stitch. Let's see if a little bit of Fabri-Tac will be helpful. I highly doubt it because let's be honest, this is a big piece of leather, though it is quite flat on the back, so perhaps if I just hold on to it, I have to wait for my Fabri-Tac to get to the bottom of the bottle. You know, day would not be complete without this pause. We must have this pause. Okay. Just following the edge here, a little bit of this Fabri-Tac. And also, why aren't you staying down? Did I miss a spot with glue? Yeah, okay. So this will go to this edge. And I need it to reach itself right around here to the best of its ability, like so. Okay, the whole entire thing's not just popping right up. That's good news. Because the back is flat. The whole thing's not rounded, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's set that one aside and do the same thing here now. So set our dolls aside, glue down this backing. This is already just such a happy project. I'm really enjoying it. And I think it's perfect as we've just reached solstice and the sun is returning. Thank goodness. I've been missing my sunshine. But I need to get out for a nice cool walk today, I think. At some point once I leave the kitchen. I had such a nice visit with our chosen family, some of my very best friends last night. We walked outside after having a lovely dinner at their home, and it was a gorgeous night. We walked along the shoreline in a city called Barrie, Ontario, and it was really nice. We got to see all the beautiful lights that they have down at the downtown where the lakeshore is. We walked along Lake Ontario, and actually no, that's not Lake Ontario. That is no, it's not Lake Simcoe. Oh, I used to live there. I should remember, but I completely forget what lake it is. But it's beautiful, and the kids had a great time. So I had been thinking I would use two of these, like one. I'm wondering, I don't quite like that color as much as I like this one. We're going to make these the same. We're only going to use, I think, one on each of these. How far down did I go? I started, I guess, will this reach the whole? Not quite. Let's start here. I don't think I thought as much about this as I am this time, so let's just stop overthinking and get going here. Because that other one worked just fine. Okay. Yay, yeah, that really works. It sticks down good. Okay, so I'm going to just give these just a moment, and then I'm going to go to the sewing kit, and I'm going to go get, I'm really trying to decide, could I stitch over this with a nice big, like a wide zigzag? But I don't want to risk it because I love how these turned out, and I'm worried that like I could gum them all up. This is a tough decision, to hand stitch or to machine stitch. I mean, I think I would enjoy the hand stitch. I'm just going to get the thread. I'll be right back. All right, so I finished this one off camera, but I'm now going to show you what we're going to do here. So I chose this nice light kind of aqua teal color because I think it will go nice with the blues and greens that are already there, and the red and all of that, and the yellow. It kind of just, it marries all the colors. I'm just going to tie a knot in the back here and then cut the tail a little short. And I've got a nice big darning needle, so it's a thick needle with a sharp point, okay? So this glue, unbelievably, has held really nicely this leather down. I really like it. So I'm going to start here down at the bottom by just poking a hole in the front so I can see where I am. And that will be my first hole, but I'm going to go in through the back so that I leave my tail at the back, okay? Then I'm going to go over top as so. You see that stitch? Then to guide my next stitch from the back, where I want it to be on the front, I'll poke it through so I can see it. And then pull, and then the front ones you don't need to poke, but, or sorry, the back ones rather, but the front ones I would, so that you can see where you're going to come out. And then we'll just loop over, and I go right in between the beads. You can leave a distance of like, you know, maybe a third of an inch or so, like that. So we'll just keep going all the way around. And again, this is taking me back to my 52 tags challenge with Anne Brooke in 2021, I think. I just love stitching on tags. I'm thinking of doing some kind of a tags make-along with stitching on my channel in 2024. I've been thinking about it. Mainly because I just have a lot of like textiles, and I really enjoy stitching on tags. I like tags as a piece of ephemera, and they always come in really handy in different journals or when I'm sending out greetings. It's just nice to have tags. Tags are just the best. Okay, reaching that kind of halfway point here. I'm hoping to have enough thread so I don't have to rethread my needle, but we'll see. See, that's the halfway point. Oops. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have just enough thread. Serendipitous. Okay, and then go over here. And this is where we will complete and tie off the back by going underneath the last stitch and then under here, and then tying a nice little knot. And then I usually try to go into the next stitch. And then come back down and just stitch right through all the threads in the knot you tied. And then you've got this. That's nice and tight. Okay, so now we have this, and I want to cut off the excess of the leather on that side so that we don't lose our tag shape. I am going to leave the tassel-y bit on this side though. Then I'm just over here, because I have a little extra thread, I'm just going to put a piece of masking tape over that because I don't want it to loosen. And you certainly, if you like, can put masking tape over this on the back. Like, I'll show you, because what it will do is it will kind of flatten things out for the writing space on the back when we back these at the very end. But I'm going to use a folder for mine, so this probably won't be all that impactful anyways, but I'll show you just because I do kind of tame my threads on the back of things like this from time to time when I'm making things. And I think taping up the knots is kind of nice. That's good. I wouldn't worry about the rest of it. I think it's fine. Okay, so now we'll head back to the back of the piece here, or the front of the piece. Get rid of the scraps, get rid of the needle. Now we can go ahead and begin the work on the front of the tags. So I think the next thing is we'll lay these girls back on here. So one, our little friendship girls here. 2, 3. I think I mixed these up. This one and this one together. Yeah. Or no, maybe I didn't. Nope. Let's do this. Actually, no, let's do this because I like, she's a little taller. Yeah. All right. So these girls will go like so. Now, I got a couple other things. So I got a bit of this because I really like it. And I got some lace to make like toppers for the tags when we stitch. And then I also want to add a couple little word snippets to this. So I think we're good to go ahead and glue down our girls. But you know what I might do before I do that is take my glue and go across this hard line. And that's where I'll use this greenery that I pulled out of my stash, this little simple, cute leafy bit. Okay. Trim that. And then I'm going to glue the girls down now. Okay, 1, whoops. So if you use these girls, I would love to see what you do with them. So tag me in any social media kind of posts that you do. I always love seeing people using my paper dolls. It's fun. Okay, so that's that one. Let's do the same with this one. Oh, why am I using this glue? I just randomly grabbed this glue. I like Fabri-Tac. It just takes a long time to come out of the bottle, and that's usually what deters me from using it. I really only use it on when I'm binding my books closed or using a lot of fabric in whatever I'm doing. Putting my spines together and stuff. I definitely use it though because it's a really good glue for that. Okay. And then these girls. Okay, fun. Give it all a press for a moment. Get everything down. Okay, so then I want to go around the tags with a bit of ink. And I thought I might use the Vintage Photo to give it kind of that brown outline, but I really like the bright feel of these. A very necessary injection of sun on a time of year when we have been missing the light, right? Good, good. Get these little scraplets out of here. Now, I want a little bit of Grungy Book Spine, because, you know, Grungy Book Spine and me, we are meant to be. So this first word snippet, for the first tag, it says Cloak of Sunlight. And I just pulled that out of my bin of words, Cloak of Sunlight. And I'm going to take my yellow ink here. I'm just going to kind of hit each side of it. Then we will glue that down. And pop it right there. Then over here, this one says Orange Lantern Light. And I will cut this out. That's cute. Okay. Come here. Just hit it with a little bit of the orange. Okay, Orange Lantern Light. All right, so all that's left now is that I do want to stitch around the edge. You do not have to. Oh, and I need to back them. That's kind of all one, you know, process. So I'll just throw a little bit of glue on the back. If I weren't stitching, because of the heaviness of this tag, I would probably use art glitter glue to do my backing. Just because, you know, it's got fabric, or it's got like a whole friendship bracelet on it, right? So let's use this to back this with. One and two. Okay, so I will be right back. I will stitch around these and then I will show you how they look all done. Maybe we'll trim around them first, actually. You don't have to. You can just stitch with this attached. It doesn't really matter. But I will trim it just to show you how to do it with one of these before we stitch. And I'm going to add the green lace that I have here to the top of these as toppers. So I'll show you what that looks like as well.
Mommy.
Oh, I have
a... see Mommy.
Hello, sweet pea. I have a little friend.
Alexa,
one moment. Okay, so I have cut these all out. Now I'm going to add these bits of lace to the top when I do the stitching, and then I'll come back and show these to you all finished. Alrighty, we are all stitched around and these are done and I love them. I think they are so fun. So I do think my sewing machine could have handled this, but I am definitely not sorry that I hand stitched. I think that looks so fun and I really think it came together nicely. So when I added my little scrappy bits up here of lace, I also took some, so beside my sewing machine, I keep this little fabric bag that I made and it's got old threads in it from my my machine, and it's got little strips and scraps of fabric. So I just use those things in my work when I'm sewing. I think it adds a bit of my own signature as like, you know, a textile artist and a fiber artist, and I just like to add those elements into my work. So this is what the back looks like. It was just easy and fun to stitch. So I will post some good photos of these up on Instagram for you to see. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. We only have 3 more days left, and the day that this will post is actually on Christmas Day. And so yeah, I will probably be very busy on Christmas Day. I'm filming this a little bit ahead of time on the 23rd, when it's one of my prep days for Christmas. So until tomorrow, when Kwanzaa begins, I will talk to you, and I hope you're having a beautiful Christmas day. If you are relaxing on a Christmas afternoon with your feet up and you've got like all these wonderful smells in your house, then I'm so happy you chose to join me here for this bit of sunshine. Don't forget to download your dolls. They are in my Patreon, which is open to everybody for this posting, and it's linked down below in the description box. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.